everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be talking about my mobility post scoliosis surgery, so post my spinal fusion. So in the morning I am often quite stiff. I need to get moving in the morning. So I like to just do a little bit of light stretching, only maybe for 5 minutes, and it doesn't necessarily need a yoga mat or anything like that. You can just do it on the sofa. So I often just do neck exercises slowly from side to side, looking down to looking up, and that just loosens my neck off, which is quite vital for me as my neck gets really stiff in the night. And then often my lower back after sleeping all night gets stiff, so I might need to do some stretching, such as just touching my toes, just swinging my body around a bit. So everybody is different, and I'm just going to be talking about it from my perspective, my experience following the spinal fusion surgery. So I had my surgery 9 years ago, and I've adapted to the way my body moves to overcome certain issues. So I'm going to be showing you some of the things that I do differently. So stay tuned for how I move differently, how I pick things up off the floor, how I get up from laying down. That was a big one for me. So the first thing that I think is really important to talk about is how you get to the laying down position since you've had the scoliosis surgery. Normal people just go boom, straight back like I'm showing in this video, but this is just not the right way to get down once you've had scoliosis surgery. And again, this is not the right way to get up following scoliosis surgery. You can see that my stomach muscles are having to work really hard. I can't do exercises such as sit-ups. My stomach muscles are just not strong enough for that, and also my back cannot bend at the bottom. So a way that I've adapted to this, and this is something that they show you while you're in hospital once you've just had the surgery, is that you roll onto your side, you go to the side, and then you lower yourself down from there, and then you could be flat on your back, and then it's the same way to get up again. You're rolling onto your side, then you're sitting straight up. Another one is twisting. So I often get asked if I can't move my back, how can I twist? And the answer is, I can't really. So I can move my head from side to side, I can move a little bit of my shoulders, as you can see in this video, but I cannot twist my back. So in this next little clip, you can see that I'm actually twisting from my hips. So I can do that personally, but some people who have the fusion right down to their pelvis may not be able to do this. So I'm able to twist a lot more when I can move my hips. But yeah, this twisting issue isn't really an issue for me. You just adapt to it. When in daily life do you really need to twist? You don't really. I'll get on to how you can twist when you're in a car in a later video, as that's something that I still can't really do, and just something that I've had to overcome. So in this video you can see that I can touch the floor quite happily, even though I have got my mostly all of my spine fused. So a lot of people with spinal fusion can't do this. I think the flexibility to be able to touch your toes really depends on your flexibility pre-surgery. So pre-surgery I was quite flexible, I was able to touch my toes. So if you cannot touch your toes pre-surgery, you probably won't be able to touch them post-surgery either. but if you can touch your toes, then you may also be able to touch them post-surgery. So I had mainly the middle section of my back fused, and I haven't really got any flexibility in my back, but my hamstrings, my legs are quite flexible, allowing me to go down and touch the floor quite easily, quite happily. Some days it might just hurt the bottom of my back, but again, touching your toes like this, bending down to pick things up like this is definitely not the way to do it. So in this little clip, I'm just showing you how I pick things off the floor. So these may be really, really light things, as you can see here, and it can also translate into heavy things. So instead of hinging at your hips, or people without fusion might just arch their back and bend over to pick things up, we cannot and probably should not be doing this, as it can cause a lot of pain to your back and make your back twinge. I get a lot of twinges if I do stuff like this. So really we need to be squatting down right to the floor, as close to the object as possible in order to pick it up. We do not want to be shifting our centre of gravity in order to pick something up off the floor, as that can again just twinge your back, cause you unnecessary pain. So another big one when I talk to other people with spinal fusion is the simple task of either cutting your toenails or painting your toenails. How do you actually get your leg in a position where you can do so? So because of my spinal fusion surgery, and as well because of my scoliosis, I am able to reach one leg better than I am the other. So this is just because of the way that my rib cage has twisted and the way that's affected my body. So as you can see, the way that I would do this is to put my leg, one leg up onto the other leg, and then you can quite easily reach the toenails. I would not suggest having your feet flat on the floor and then going down. As I've mentioned earlier, this can put a lot of unnecessary pressure on your back, especially when you do things like painting your toenails. You may be in that position for quite a long time, and that's just not right when you've got spinal fusion surgery. So I really hope you have enjoyed this video and it's helped you out if you are thinking of having scoliosis surgery soon, or if you're in the same position of me that you've got spinal fusion. So if I have forgotten anything, please leave a comment below and let me know what I've forgotten. I've probably forgotten so much, so please let me know from your experience what you find different in terms of mobility. So thank you for watching this video. I'm going to be doing another series on mobility in terms of driving, in terms of getting in and out the car, and actually when you're in the driver's seat, how spinal fusion will affect you, as it really, really does. This video is part of my scoliosis and spinal fusion series, so make sure to check out the other videos where I talk about the pros and cons of spinal fusion, of scoliosis surgery and other things like that. So make sure to subscribe if you want to see more from my scoliosis and spinal fusion journey. Drop this video a like if it's helped you out, and definitely make sure to leave a comment with your thoughts. So thank you for getting this far, and I'll see you in the next video.